Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special presentation of the second semifinal of the 2023 North American Cup here on the USPA Polo Network in partnership with CTV at the Grand Champions Polo Club. We've got Maltese Falcons in the red playing against Grand Champions in the black. This is Juan Bollini right here. Excuse me, Alejandro trying to get that ball. Alejandro Novillo Asrtrada. So playing for, there's Nic Roldan right here on this ball, playing the #2 position for Maltese Falcons in the red. Nic Roldan, America's highest rated player, takes his shot at the goal, and Roldan drains it right there, puts the point on the board. And if I am not mistaken, I believe we have a 2-goal handicap here in favor of the Maltese Falcons. So the score now is actually 3-0. Look at this shot from Nic. Look at that. Beautiful. Roldan showing off that incredible talent and skill that he has. Still one of the biggest hitters in the game today. Love to watch this guy play. Okay, so balls. Watch Pablo Dorignac here in that #4 position. If the ball goes through, we've got the Grand Champions team in the offensive side of the throw, and it's going to be Juancito Bollini to take this ball down the right-hand side, trying to get away from Roldan. Roldan takes him and then goes to that ball on the offside. Roldan looks over his shoulder, going to hit a tail shot back around, looking for Juan Bollini. Bollini winds up, former 8-goal player, now rated at 3 goals. He's going to give a pass up here to Alejandro Novillo Asrtrada. Alejandro takes this ball, then goes near side here again. Looks good. Makes the shot happen. Working it down. Alejandro, and he sends it wide. Okay, so for the Maltese Falcons in the red jerseys, we've got Melissa Ganzi playing #1, Nic Roldan playing #2, #3 Alejandro Novillo Asrtrada, and then Juan Bollini Sr. playing the #4 position. For Grand Champions, we've got Tomacho Pieres playing, I believe he's playing #1. We'll get that confirmed in a second. Pablo Spinacci, Juancito Bollini playing #2. Spinacci 3, and Pablo Dorignac playing #4 right here. This is Pablo Dorignac right now. Hits that ball back over there looking for Spinacci. It's going to be Roldan to pick up the play and turn the ball back around. Nic Roldan on that good-looking gray horse. Flips that ball back over to Alejandro. What a play. Nicely done. Oh, well. Here comes. Spinacci to pick up the ball. He's going to get this one taken away from him, though, by Alejandro Novillo Asrtrada. Takes his shot. And then it's going to be taken out of there by Pieres. Tomas with control of that ball. Hits it forward right here. Umpire gets out of his way. Tomacho with the ball. Moves it back to the right. He checks down now as Roldan comes in to put him in the pocket. He's going to go ahead and let the ball come off the boards. Hit a pass back up here looking for Juancito coming in. His dad is there for the defense. Juan hits the tail shot back around. That'll be picked up again here by Asrtrada. Asrtrada one time hits that ball hard, looking for Melissa downfield. Melissa waits for that ball to catch up to her. Melissa Ganzi in the red zone takes her shot. Melissa going to go with a half swing right here and stick him ball and put that ball between the posts. Great power polo play made right there by the whole of the Maltese Falcon team in the red jerseys. Well done, Melissa. Picks up her first goal of the game, making the score now 4-0 because we've got 2 goals on handicap. Melissa takes her time and makes it count right here from about the 15-yard line. Gives that ball one more little kiss and sends it on through. Okay. So I just got a bit of a correction here from Sharon. Rob said that Nic is actually the 2nd highest rated American player because Pablo Pieres was born in America, in Connecticut. Okay, you got me on that one, Sharon, but I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, you're technically right. So we'll have a horse change timeout. 3:55 left to go here in this first shucker of play. Excuse me. Now, both teams are going to line up. This is going to give Maltese Falcons the offensive side of the throw-in. Nic Roldan. If he's the youngest player to, I like it. Juancito gives a thumbs up to the camera. Very nice. Good to see you, Juancito. Nic Roldan, though, youngest player to ever win the U.S. Open at 14, I believe. He might have been 15, but I'm pretty sure he's 14. With Eskew and Sugar Erskine, actually, who played in the game, in the morning game, the first semifinal game. Him, and then Pite and Sebi Merlos. And that's one of the best U.S. Opens I think I've ever seen. And the story behind that game how that whole thing came together and how Nic got on the team is one of the greatest stories I've ever heard. Pete Demerlos told me the whole background on it. It's not something I can go into right now, but it's definitely something that you know, I encourage anybody that knows Pete Day or Sebi or any of those guys to ask him about it. You ever run into Nic, ask him about it, because it's a really incredible story, the whole thing that went about it. I'm going to try to do a podcast here sooner, hopefully this coming season, and that'll be one of the interviews that I'm going to do, is talk to Pete Day about that particular incident, because it was really incredible. But anyway, getting back to this. Excuse me, okay, correction here. We've got a 1-goal handicap, not a 2-goal. So Nic Roldan is going to take advantage of having the offensive side of the throw-in right here. Takes off running, going back towards the goal, so the score stands 3-1 right now, not 4. It's about to be 4 right now, though, because Nic's going to wind up and fire that ball back towards the goal. It's off to the left, and it looks like it'll stay on the field here, and it's going to be Tomas with a back shot. Tomas, Roldan comes in. Pick up the play. Roldan with a tail shot to center this ball back up where it's going to be Alejandro to pick up that play. He turns the ball all the way back around. Oh, they might get him there, though. They could get him for delay, but it's going to be Alejandro to take a neck shot back towards the goal. Doesn't connect the way he wants. Coming in, it'll be taken here by Juancito Bollini. Nic out of the air on the bounce. Roldan going to turn this ball back around. I tell you what, I've known Nic my whole life and played with him and against him over the years. Playing against this guy, one thing about Roldan, when you bump Nic, it's like running into a brick wall. He's one of the strongest players, and look at that. What a beautiful goal. Now, making it 4-0 for real this time. So Nic picks up his 2nd goal of the game, and we come back to center for another throw-in. This is the beautiful run here by Roldan. He's not a big dude, but incredibly strong. He's got that like sinew strength, just a great player, lots of fun to watch. Very electric player. Okay, back to the center we go. Here comes, we're going to have grand champions with the offensive side of the throw-in. Tomas is going to win this throw-in right here. Takes off with that ball. Now he's going to go ahead and try to get it up there to Juancito Bollini. He hits a, no, he'll keep it to himself as Roldan is there to keep pressure on Tomas. Tomas can't connect, and here comes Juan Bollini to pick up the play and take it with him. Juan looking around for a place to put the ball. He's going to hit a tail shot back around there for Alejandro, but it'll be intercepted here by Spinacci. Spinacci winds up, hits that ball back towards the goal. Roldan will escort the ball over the back line. No, he won't. He'll keep it on the field right here and then wind up and fire back the other direction. But coming in, it'll be Juancito for the defense. Juancito picks up the ball, turns it back around to the inside. Now he'll leave it there for Dorignac. Pablo, former 6-goal player here, now rated at 4. Pablo winds up and fires the ball at the goal and drops it in there. What a goal. Beautifully done here by Pablo Dorignac. Gorgeous shot by Pablo to pick up the first point of the day, get his team on the board, and now make the score 4-1. Okay. What a shot from Dorignac. Back to the center. Once again, that's going to give Maltese Falcons the offensive side of the throw, and watch Nic Roldan. If this ball comes through the back end, he'll pick it up on the offside. It's going to be Roldan to do exactly that, take advantage of having the offensive side. He wins the throw, and he takes off running right here. Nic checks up as Tomas comes in to put him in the pocket. He's going to wait, hold that ball. Now Dorignac comes in to challenge. Oh, well done there. Now it's going to be another great play here by Roldan. Roldan looking for his 3rd goal of the game. He's going to have no trouble sending it on through there. So Roldan actually tried to drop that ball back to Alejandro, but Dorignac hit it forward on the near side, gave it back to Nic, and Nic decided to go ahead and keep it here. Or he tried to give it back to Juan, I should say. But Dorignac, unfortunately, hit it a little bit too far forward, and then Nic takes full advantage of the play, picks up the point, and puts a point on the board. 5-1 now the score. Back to the center for another throw-in. Let's see what we've got going on. It's going to be Juancito with that ball, takes it down the right-hand side. Juancito Bollini winds up, pounds the next shot back from right to left. Coming in, it's going to be picked up here by Nic. He lets that ball get away from him. That could cost him here because it's going to be Juancito on the ball. Juancito Bollini keeps it to himself, keeps it away from Roldan, gets away from him there. Now he's going to go ahead and try to cut it at the goal. Doesn't connect. Alejandro jumps on it. Back shot here from Spinacci. Now it'll be Nic to let that ball. Oh, is it still on the field? Looks like it might be over the back line now. Juan Bollini will not bring the ball into play. He'll try to trick me there, because that's going to end the first chukker of play. So that'll do it for chukker number 1. 5-1 stands the score. Maltese Falcons in the lead over Grand Champions. You are watching the North American Cup here on the USPA Polo Network in partnership with CTV.
I think I started to know that I wanted to play polo when I started galloping.
You're galloping full speed down a field, trying to hit a ball.
You can't think of anything else but just running down that field and seeing the green go past you and the sky and the wind against your face.
Really gets your heart rate up and you're like, wow, this is incredible.
You're flying. It feels like you're flying. It's amazing.
It feels like there's this moment of peace under you, and it just feels like everything's right and that everything is going to go well.
It's amazing what these animals can do.
There's nothing that compares.
There's nothing like it.
As I stuck with it, got a little bit better, started to get a feel for it, I really fell in love with it. A lot of people will call it polo fever. I hope to see you guys out there.
Okay, welcome back, everyone, to our special presentation of the second semifinal of the 2023 edition of the North American Cup here on the USPA Polo Network in partnership with Chukker TV. Coming to you live from the Grand Champions Polo Club here in Wellington, Florida. Whoever wins this game is going to go on to play against Audi in the finals on Wednesday at 3 p.m. The North American Cup is actually the first of 2 high goal tournaments here at the fall season at Grand Champions Polo Club. The second 20 goal tournament will be the National 20 goal coming up here pretty quick, I believe, sometime this week. And the North American Cup has been a mainstay in American and Canadian polo for decades. And as I said before, and it's been played at the 16 to 20 goal level, as I said before, this is a very special tournament to me personally. I won this tournament 5 times in a row in Calgary in the early 2000s when it was dominated by Millerville. It was the late 90s and early 2000s that the Calgary Polo Club had this tournament, and we won it every year that I was up there for 5 years straight. Daniel Romish, Frederick Mannix Jr., and myself, and we, like I said before, we had Joe Wayne Barry one year. Brad Blake played with us, Nacho Lasica, Jason Crowder. We had someone else, too. I'm forgetting someone. Whoever it is, I do apologize. But nevertheless, we had a lot of fun. And then the other thing, what makes this tournament so special to me personally, is that my grandfather, my father, and I, all 3 of us, 3 generations of the Wayman family have won this tournament. So very cool for me, and I love to be a part of it. So very pleased to be here with you for this North American Cup second semifinal right now. Ooh, Nick lets that ball get away from him. Juancito comes in to challenge. Roldan keeps it, though, and now Juancito's forced to get out of his way. As Roldan winds up and hammers that ball off to the right, looking for Alejandro. As Dorignac comes in and put him in the pocket. Dorignac's going to win the ride-off. Comes in, hits the near side tail down the left-hand side of the boards, where he's going to find Juancito at the other end of his pass. Juancito looking for somebody to... Okay, so I just got word that we did have it correct. Oh, look at that. Roldan with the backhander I don't even know how to put that. Wrong way. Really well done. Very difficult to do. Nevertheless, here comes Dorignac for the defense. And by the way, we did have the score correct originally. It was a 2-goal handicap. We changed it to 1. Now we just got the confusion sorted out. It is a 2-goal handicap, so the score actually is 6-1 instead of 5-1, because 2 on handicap plus the 4 that were scored in the first chukker. Here comes Dorignac, looking to put his second goal of the day on the board. Can he get it done? Here comes the deep neck shot. And it's going to be wide over the back line. So we'll have a knock-in exactly 1 minute into the second chukker of play here to go in favor of the Maltese Falcons. Juan Bollini brings the ball into play. Hits it down the right-hand side. Nic comes in to pick up the play on the offside on the right-hand side of the field here. He checks down now as Juancito comes in to put him in the pocket. Now, Roldan looking around. Here comes Dorignac again to take that ball with him. Dorignac looking around for a place to put this ball. He's going to keep it going back around to the left with that next shot. He's got Alejandro coming in to put him in the pocket. He's going to go ahead and send it down the boards here, where he's going to find Pieres at the other end of his pass. Tomas with control. Tomas, another player that has carried that 6-goal handicap for at least 20 years. I know, because my first year in Calgary, he played with Fish Creek with Fred Mannix Sr., and he was rated 6 goals back then. That was in 2001, I believe. So, yeah, he's been 6 goals for a long, long time. Here's Melissa looking for her second goal of the game. Melissa Ganzi, lets that one get away from her, and it'll be picked up and turned back around here by Pablo Spinacci. Spinacci with a hit back over to the left. Dorignac is going to get there, looks around for a place to put this ball. Keeps it to himself, takes the ball on the bounce, working it down, winds up, doesn't connect the way he wants, gets it the second time, but hits it too far and gives that ball away to Roldan. Roldan with a quick tail shot back across, where he's going to find Novillo Asrtrada. Alejandro comes in here, winds up, and sends that ball forward. Spinacci's there for the defense. Spinacci with a tail shot back around, where it's going to be picked up again by Tomas, who's going to send it back up there, and Roldan going to get the back shot off, but yeah, they're going to catch him on that one. So it looks like we'll have a whistle here. Going to be going in favor of grand champions. Roldan thought he might have had enough time here. Umpires did not agree. Yeah, so they're going to catch him from left to right with a tail shot there. They'll move this down to at least a 4, maybe even a bit more. Right now, we're going to have a courtesy change. The host tournament committee did apply and received a variance for courtesy changes here for the North American Cup because of the heat. Although it is a wonderful, beautiful day out today. I mean, it's like 75 degrees. Nevertheless, they've got the variance, so why not use it, I suppose. And so there's Pablo. Good buddy, good friend of mine. Really a great guy. As a matter of fact, he's also on my handicap committee. Now, Alejandro, Novillo Asrtrada, getting on that good-looking gray horse right there. Looks like he needs some help adjusting those stirrup leathers, or not, he'll just do it himself. Another great player in his own right, Alejandro Novillo Asrtrada. Youngest brother of, there's Lisa coming in to help out. She's been a barn manager here for Mark and Melissa for a long time. And you can see James back in the background there. One of the CTV members here of the CTV family with the mobile camera down there. All right, so it is going to be a penalty number 3 here to go in favor of grand champions, giving them an opportunity to close the gap and bring their team back within 4. Here comes Juancito Bollini to hit this 40-yard undefended shot on goal. Ooh, just snuck it inside the post and almost took off the umpire's head. But it will count, so we now have a 6-2 score on the board. Well done, Juancito. Okay. Back to the center right now. We watch Nic. If this ball goes through the back end, he'll pick it up on the offside, taking full advantage of having the offensive side of the throw-in. Let's see if he's going to get it done right here. Ball's going to get stopped right there, and Roldan goes up for the pass. Alejandro turns it back around, then gives a little shovel pass up there to Melissa. Melissa comes in, picks up the ball, and takes off running right here, looking to give a pass up there to Roldan. Nic with a tail shot there to set up Alejandro. I like watching these two play together. They do a lot of fun stuff together here. Unfortunately, Alejandro couldn't keep it alive. Roldan trying to get back to it. It's going to be taken by Pieres right here. He's going to turn that ball back as Roldan will take control of the play. Now Nic. Well, whistle stops the clock. Let's see what they decide to do here, and for whom this penalty will be awarded. Let's watch this replay here. Okay. Yeah. So you're going to get a fouling the second man on this play. Moves down to a penalty 5 from center field to go in favor of Grand Champions. And let's see what Pablo will do. Dorignac brings the ball back into play. Dorignac, nobody coming to him just yet. Nic is there to put him in the pocket if necessary. He's going to go ahead and hit this one along the ground. It's just off to the right, and it will be Juan Bollini to watch that ball roll over the back line, and then we'll bring the ball back into play for his team. Bollini brings the ball into play. Dorignac is there to keep an eye on Juan. Now Nic is going to turn and meet this ball. No, I think he's going to be fine on that one. Roldan was there. I'm not sure where Pablo was coming from, thinking that he had the right of way there. But here's Nic Roldan working this ball down the right-hand side. Nic from midfield smacks that one. A gentle shot that goes about 130 yards. Now, Nic, let's see what he does here. He's going to go one time at the goal. Roldan hammers it and sends it on through. What a goal. Nic Roldan showing off that incredible 8-goal skill right there and makes it look so easy when he does it. Watch this. We're going to get a great drone look at it here. Nic winds up, and man, no question. I love that shot there from Roldan. One of his strongest shots, that 3/4 neck shot right there. Roldan picks up his 4th goal of the game. All of which come from the field. And ball's put back into play. It's going to be knocked down by Juancito, who gives a pass back up there for Dorignac. Dorignac keeps the ball away from Juan Bollini. Now Pablo Dorignac winds up. He fires that ball at the goal, and Dorignac will drain it, sending it on through and picking up his 2nd goal of the game. Both come from the field. What a play. Beautifully done there by the whole Grand Champions team. They win the throw-in. They give a shot up there to their number 4, who's in the number 1 position, and he does not disappoint. He avoids the hook from Bollini right here, and then fires from just inside the 60-yard line to cut that ball between the posts and pick up the point. Back to the center once again. Umpire puts the ball back into play. 3 against 3 here for the throw-in. Looks like Juancito will make the hook, and his dad comes in. Now, Alejandro is going to go ahead and hit a pass back up there. Dorignac there for the defense in the number 4 position. Open back shot read perfectly there by Roldan. He was already turned, going the opposite direction before the ball was actually hit. Showing off that anticipation. He doesn't connect. A rare miss there by Nic. Picked up by Tomas, who's going to try to make it Maltese Falcons pay for that broken play right here. Can he get it done? Nothing but green between him and the goal. He's out in front, looking good. Cuts it back at the goal. Tomas in the red zone. Sends it on through. Picks up the point. Brings his team back within 3 and keeps the dream alive as Grand Champions will continue to chase that rainbow here. We've got a 7-4 score on the board. Beautiful goal here by Tomas, making it happen. His first goal of the game, and that is going to be our courtesy change half-chucker break. Excuse me, I'm sorry, that's the end of the chucker. I said the wrong thing there. So we'll be right back after this quick commercial break to start the last chucker of the first half here for the North American Cup on the USPA Polo Network in partnership with CTV.
Aspen, Colorado. Look at this place. Looks so beautiful here at Rio Grande Park. As the sun sets in Aspen, Colorado, one of the most beautiful backdrops in the world. Thank you for making us the leaders in polo broadcasting. And when you see a day like this on the snow in Aspen, Colorado, you know why we say Trucker TV, we love the polo.
Welcome back, everyone, to this, our second semifinal of the 2023 North American Cup on the USPA Polo Network in partnership with CTV here at the Grand Champions Polo Club, part of their fall season, their fall high goal season. They've got this, the North American Cup, and then after this, we're going to have the National 20 goal coming up. But remember, the winner of this, the second semifinal, will go on up against the Audi team that won this morning over Casablanca in what turned out to be a great game, a one-goal ball game there. And so, yeah, this should be a lot of fun. Audi, Mark Ganzi, Chris Campson, Pancho Bensadone, and Brandon Phillips were able to beat Grant Ganzi, Sugar Erskine, Martin Jauregui, and Jason Crowder. Ball's back into play. Tomacho Pieres gets that one stolen away there by Bollini Sr., who leaves it behind now for Alejandro, Novillo, Asrtrada. Alejandro takes this one. Oh, pops Bollini right in the back of the helmet. Didn't hit him very hard. Roldan comes in. Pablo Spinacci covers up when he sees Roldan going for that near side back shot. He knows how hard Nic hits that ball. Here comes Alejandro to try to double up. Grand Champions on the scoreboard. Little open back shot flip at the goal, and he will send it through, picking up his first point of the day. Very nicely done there by Alejandro Novillo Asrtrada to now double up Grand Champions on the scoreboard. 8-4 now the score. Man, look at this. He just whips in there like a tornado and sends it straight through the goal. Beautifully done. Great goal there by Alejandro. Back to the center once again. That's going to give Maltese Falcons the offensive side of the throw-in. Roldan should take this one here. It's going to be Dorignac. Gets into a bit of a sword fight there with well done. Spinacci wins the play. Roldan is going to get caught right there on another beach ball play. Alejandro's got a big smile on his face. He knows it's a beach ball play. If you're unfamiliar with the term, when the ball, when you're playing and the ball looks like it's the size of a beach ball and it's just screaming, hit me, hit me, you're usually going to be wrong in those situations, so you should probably leave that ball behind. That hence the beach ball play and name. And here comes Dorignac with the penalty 5 to send it forward. Here he's going to take a pass back up there looking for Tomas, but it's going to be picked off there by Bollini, just enough to keep it away from Pieres. And now, again, taken here by Alejandro. Alejandro avoids the hook from, he felt Juancito coming up behind him. Now he's able to get the shot off, sends it off to the right. Spinacci is going to be challenged by Roldan. Spinacci wins the play. Roldan keeps an eye on him, looking to do some poaching here, it looks like. Now, Alejandro and Roldan right there next to each other, and here comes the shot from Dorignac, and Dorignac will take advantage of both Alejandro and Roldan looking at the ball instead of at their man, and this is going to cost him a goal right here because Dorignac is perfectly positioned there to make them pay for this play by picking up his third goal of the day. The poet didn't even know it. Look at that. Okay, back to the center again. Tomas on the outside there. If the ball comes through the back end, he should be able to get to it. No, it's going to be Dorignac again. He's going to leave it for Spinacci, who holds the ball and now winds up, sends it forward, knocked down by Roldan. And then Dorignac slams the next shot. It's going to be kicked by the horse, and Dorignac will get back to it again. Nope, it's going to be taken by Alejandro. Alejandro. Novillo with that ball gets past the midfield mark now. Alejandro Novillo Asrtrada looking for the deep next shot. Not quite yet. Doesn't like what he sees just yet here. He's got Dorignac right there. Dorignac appeals for the foul, but nothing's going to be called there. It's going to be a shot towards the goal, and here comes Juan Bollini to send it through. Does he get it done? Juan Bollini picks up the point, and with that goal, we now have all 4 players for the Maltese Falcons on the scoreboard. Nicely done here. What a play here by Alejandro. Sets this one up for Juan to go ahead and give it that last tap on through the goal. Okay, 9-5. One of my favorite Dolly Parton songs there, the scoreboard says right now. Here we go. It's going to be picked up by Juancito, challenged by his dad, now challenged by Alejandro. Alejandro gets away from those defenders. He's got the ball. He's going to go ahead and hit the back shot right here, looking for Roldan, who waits for it to catch up. He takes that ball with him, turns it back away from the goal to ultimately come back to the goal. Roldan's got the space and time right here. He's within range, anywhere within 3/4 of the length of the field, it seems like. He's going to give a pass over to Melissa. Melissa comes in here. She's going to take this ball forward as Spinacci's there to keep the pressure on her. He puts her in the pocket. Melissa goes to give a pass back up the field, trying to get it up there to one of our offensive players. She's going to get another shot here from right to left. Melissa takes her half shot, gives it up there to Alejandro. He gets away from him, picked up now by Tomas. Tomas now launches that ball back to the left where he's going to find Dorignac. But Bollini is there. Bollini with a tail shot back around now. Juancito, but Roldan's going to blow the doors off of him right here. Win the play. And tap it through. Awesome style right there and pick up the point, getting his team to double digits and finding his 4th goal of the game. Excuse me, his 5th goal of the game. Yep. So we've got 5 now from Roldan, and then 1 apiece for the other 3 players, plus 2 from handicap accounts for their 10 goals. So for the second time today, the Maltese Falcons have grand champions doubled up on the scoreboard as we have our courtesy change here midway through the chukker. Getting a good look at the changes. Very fun thing that they do here on CTV. Getting a look at the players as they change. Not something that you see very often. Great drone footage as always. Austin, one of the best. Oh, Alejandro missed the jump. As Roldan makes his way back out onto the field. Nick the stick. He is in fine form today. 2:41 left to go on the clock here in that second semifinal of the 2023 North American Cup. If you're just joining us here, we have Maltese Falcons in the red, grand champions in the black. Hector Galindo and Horton Schwartz are our 2 mounted officials. Our 3rd man today is Dale Schwetz. And umpire and Hall of Famer Hector Galindo will be the one to throw this ball into play. There he goes. He puts that ball in, and it's going to be taken now by Tomas. Tomacho Pieres winds up, cuts it back. Going to be Dorignac there to challenge Roldan. Roldan wins the play. Nic with the ball. Nic going to take the hit there from Dorignac. Sends the ball down the boards. Picked off here by Tomas with a little back shot there looking for Spinacci. Spinacci turns. He picks up the ball. Pablo Spinacci winds up. Gives that ball a ride down the left-hand side where Pablo Dorignac comes in here to pick up the play and go straight to the goal. Dorignac keeping the dream alive here in the red zone. Dorignac gets it done, sends it on through, and now picks up his 4th goal of the game. Que jugador, what a goal here by Pablo Dorignac. Look at this, Pablo takes that ball on the bounce, blows the doors off of everybody. He's got them all beat and goes ahead and picks up another point. Brings his team back within 4 as we come back to center for another throw-in. Okay. Umpires put the ball back into play. It's going to be picked off right here by Roldan. Nic with control of the ball. Nic avoids the hook there from Tomas, keeps it to himself. Roldan out of the air, showing off that incredible hand-eye coordination here as he's going to go ahead and slap the next shot back at the goal from right to left. Look at the shot from Nic. It's too much neck shot on that ball, and it'll be taken now by Dorignac. He'll take the ball with him over into the corner. He's going to use the boards like a fifth player to give himself a little pass right here. Ball settles just off the boards. He's able to keep it alive. He's got Tomas going up to be a target for him here. Now, Pablo Dorignac keeps it to himself, keeps his eye on the ball, winds up, fires. Uh-oh. Excuse me. He'll get another shot at it right here. Winds up, doesn't connect that time either. And it'll be Roldan to come up with a play. Nic takes it with him. Nic drops that ball back over. Now, what a shot. Look at that. Nic with a near side neck shot. He hits it about 75 yards right there. Now, Spinacci will get control of that ball, turn it back around, looking for somebody to hit to here. He's going to hit a little shovel pass up there for Bollini, but it's picked off here by Roldan. Roldan there in the reds. He's going to go ahead and hit the back shot. Looking for Melissa. She waits for the ball to catch up. She's doesn't like it here. She's going to get out of the way. She's going to let Pablo Dorignac have the ball. He gets the ball turned back around, looking to close the gap once again here. Now Dorignac will fire from outside the 60. His shot up there for Juancito, but Roldan has control of the play and the ball now. And Roldan runs the turn, comes out of there faster than he went into it, winds up and launches this ball, looking to pick up extra yardage here before the end of the chukker, and it looks like that's going to be all she wrote for the first half of the second semifinal here, the North American Cup. We'll see our first half stats. Pretty clean game here, all in all. Look at that, 10-6, 10 shots. Yeah, look at that, beautiful. Only 2 knock-ins apiece. Only 3 fouls committed, all by the Maltese Falcons. And 1 penalty scored, and that was from Juancito Bollini. All right, so, excuse me, that'll do it for the first half. We're going to go to commercial break. We'll be back here on the USPA Polo Network in partnership with CTV, so stay with us.
I think I started to know that I wanted to play polo when I started galloping.
You're galloping full speed down a field, trying to hit a ball.
You can't think of anything else but just running down that field and seeing the green go past you and the sky and the wind against your face.
Really gets your heart rate up and you're like, wow, this is incredible.
You're flying. It feels like you're flying. It's amazing.
It feels like there's this moment of peace under you, and it just feels like everything's right and that everything is going to go well.
It's amazing what these animals can do.
There's nothing that compares.
There's nothing like it.
As I stuck with it, got a little bit better, started to get a feel for it, I really fell in love with it. A lot of people will call it polo fever. I hope to see you guys out there.
Becky Schmeitz. I play for Victory Polo. And I think for me, I was a rider first, and then I learned how to play polo. But what helped me the most was I really immersed myself into it. So my first year I started playing, I really just tried to play every chukker I could. I never turned down a chukker. I'm extremely hard to find a horse for because I'm very, very picky. And I've always thought that the horse really picks you as a person. What I love about Grand Champions is it allows me just to focus on polo. I am very challenged by the polo that I'm playing, and I have not just one coach out there, but everyone on the field is coaching me. The dynamic that you are on a different team every week is a really good mental strategy for learning the game, because every pro is different. Every pro has a different approach, a different style, and it makes you communicate. But I also feel like my polo's just gotten better. I would say most definitely what I love about the Santa Rita fields are that there's a lot of them and they're very safe. And so I don't have to navigate as much when I'm going to goal. And so then it just keeps me focused on myself, and I feel a little more confident playing. And it's a beautiful location, and the staff and team here is amazing.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second semifinal of the North American Cup here on the USPA Polo Network in partnership with CTV Sports. Here, coming to you live from the Grand Champions Polo Club. We've got the Maltese Falcons taking on Grand Champions. I'm Toby Wayman. We're just coming back from a short halftime here, trying to beat the weather. We've had some rain last night and this morning, and so they're trying to get this game in and complete before the rain comes back. As you can see, it's a beautiful day here as far as temperature goes. Probably, mid-70s, upper 70s. Can't ask for much better. But with that does come some rain. So we're going to have a throw in here from the center to the boards. There, where Roldan just hammered that ball way down, 160 yards downfield. So we'll have a throw in here in Maltese Falcons territory. That's also, Roldan was smart. He hit the ball to the left-hand side of the field. That gives his team the offensive side of the throw in here. There's a method to his madness, as we will now have, let's see, it looks like we have all 8 players plus 2 umpires for a total of 10 horses on the field ready to get the second half underway. We've got a 10-6 score on the board right now. Maltese Falcons in the lead. So here we go. The ball's in play. Juancito wins it. No, it's going to be Roldan. Doesn't connect as hard as he'd like, and it's going to be taken right here by Dorignac, who then gets the ball stolen by Roldan. Roldan, a little open back shot there, trying to find Alejandro, but it's picked off by Juancito, who gives it back over to Pablo Spinacci, and now Roldan takes off running here to make a defensive back shot. He's going to go ahead, break up the play, make the neutral play. Next one there is going to be Dorignac. Pablo with control of the ball, lets it get away from him, but here comes Juancito to back him up. Juancito Bollini continues the drive, working it down from left to right. He'll leave that ball for Dorignac. Dorignac got Tomas behind him. Dorignac taps it back to the left, trying to force Alejandro to give him more room to shoot at the goal. Roldan out of the air. What a play. Nic, incredible hand-eye coordination right there. And then just launches it to the left-hand side of the field, where he's going to find Alejandro at the other end of his pass if the ball stays on the field, which it will right here. Now Alejandro is going to be challenged. Gets that ball right back over to Nic. Roldan takes it back around to the outside. Now Nic finds some room to work here. Now Juancito, and then Nic's back on that ball. Roldan with the next shot back across the field there for Alejandro. Alejandro takes it across with him. Alejandro looking good. Gets this ball back towards the midfield mark as Pablo comes in to put him in the pocket. He'll wind up. He'll hit the next shot back from right to left. Coming in, Pieres is going to get there. Tomas with control. He's going to be challenged by Roldan, but Tomas wins the play. Tomas winds up, hits a beautiful shot back over here to Dorignac. Pablo, the high scorer for his team so far here today with 4 total. He doesn't like that next shot yet. He started to swing a little bit late, so he'll wait. And then Roldan comes in to Pablo. Pablo now is going to have to hit away here. He'll leave it for Dorignac. He's going to try to take Nic with him and then give a free shot there to, what a nice play there by Dorignac. Taking out Roldan, trying to give a bit more space there for Spinacci to fire at the goal, but then we do get a whistle here stopping the clock, so we'll see what they decide to do. Good play, though. Spinacci. Right there. So Pablo is going to get caught with a bit of a beach ball play of his own, as we'll go to at least midfield here in favor of the Maltese Falcons. Okay, so Juan Bollini, senior, will be the one to bring this ball back into play. Former 8-goal player, now rated at 3 goals. Played with Mark and Melissa for a long, long time. Over 20 years. Now, penalty 5. Juan Hits it one time. What a shot. Sends it down. Roldan has got to step on his man, but what a play there by Spinacci. He read the play perfectly. He's able to pick it off and now turn the ball back the other direction, catching Roldan there. Now, picked up here, and it's going to be, oh, Alejandro takes a bad bounce on him there. Just died like a doorknob on the field there. And now it'll be picked up here by Pablo Dorignac. Dorignac sends it forward. Back shot from Bollini, and Dorignac back on it. Look at this. Dorignac going for it here. The tornado in effect. He's going to run it on through, and Dorignac is going to tie Roldan for a high score right now with 5 goals apiece. Well done. Pablo Dorignac, as Juan doesn't connect on his back shot, Dorignac is able to take advantage of this broken play, takes it to the left, keeps it away from Bollini, and then sends it straight on through. That's back-to-back goals there for Pablo. Brings his team back within 3. So here we go. Umpire puts that ball back into play. Going to be picked up here by Bollini. He's going to be challenged by Dorignac. Dorignac with a little back shot of his own from the near side, then taken here by Alejandro. Novillo, Asrtrada tries to keep it alive, can't quite do so. Picked up by Pablo Dorignac. Dorignac, he's just a force right here today for this Grand Champions team. He's going to go ahead, and Roldan going to muscle his way through Dorignac. Now, Nick, I'm telling you, the guy is strong. He keeps it to himself. He's fine there. Pablo's looking around for a whistle there. Not going to find it, though. Alejandro here to back up Roldan. Now Alejandro's going to go ahead and shoot at the goal from there. Didn't like the shot he's got right here. Can he give it another little ride? Now Alejandro, near side neck shot out of the air on the bounce. What a goal. Beautifully done there by Alejandro to pick up his 2nd goal of the game and give his team that 4-goal lead back on the board. 11-7 now the score, about halfway through Chucker, so I'm pretty sure we're going to see our courtesy change right now. Look at this. Little mishit right here. Goes in, comes here, and then on the bounce, hits that ball out of the air on the near side neck shot and sends it on through. Okay. So, if you're curious, the Argentine Open game is going on here. It's 8-6 right now with La Ache in the lead over Cria La Delfina in the 5th Chucker of play. Bit of an update there for you as we've got our courtesy change happening here in this game. So, Grand Champions lining up with Tomacho Pieres, Pablo Spinacci, Pablo Dorignac, and Juancito Bollini Jr. Maltese Falcons is Melissa Ganzi, Nic Roldan, Alejandro, Novillo Asrtrada, and Juan Bollini Sr. Mounted officials, Hector Galindo, Horton Schwartz, and Dale Schwetz is our 3rd man. And I'm Toby Wayman, and we are here for this, the 2nd semifinal of the 2023 edition of the North American Cup here at the Grand Champions Polo Club on the USPA Polo Network in partnership with CTV Sports, coming to you live from the Grand Champions Polo Club here in Wellington, Florida. So both teams line up. Remember that whoever wins this game is going to go up against Audi in the finals on Wednesday at 3 p.m. And the ball's back into play. Tomas hits this one forward, looking for Pablo. Coming back in, Tomas is there. He jumps on that loose ball. Tomas hits it a little bit too far forward, and it's going to be Juan Bollini here for the defense. He's going to hit a tail shot. Back around. Picked off, though, by his son, Juancito. Juancito turns that ball all the way back around. Juancito keeps it away. Roldan there to do some poaching. Thinking about it anyway. He'll drop it back right here to Spinacci. Now Spinacci has to hit away. He does so there. Drops that ball back over towards the back line. Picked off by Alejandro. And now Alejandro is going to go ahead and launch that ball off to the right. Roldan there to try to keep it in play. Doesn't connect the way he wants. Coming in, Spinacci is there for the back shot, looking for Tomas. Tomas jumps on that ball. Tomacho Pieres keeps it nicely done, takes it behind Roldan, winds up, shoots at the goal from left to right. Alejandro can't get there. Roldan comes in and will take it with him once again. Nic Roldan keeps control of that ball. Nick back to the right, to the inside. Nick looking around for a place to put this one. He's going to wind up and hit that ball behind the defending horse's tail. Back over to Alejandro, or to to Juan Bollini Sr., who gives it right back for a give and go here to Roldan. Roldan takes the man. What a play. This is a power polo play for Maltese Falcons here. Can he get it done? Roldan in the red zone. He cuts that ball at the goal. Nic Roldan will hammer it on through. Of course he's going to get it. That's Nic Roldan. He's not going to miss those goals. But what a play this is. Turns out to be going all the way back to when Nic hits that deep neck shot to center to Juan and then breaks right down the middle of the field. Juan delivers the ball back up to Roldan, who then does not disappoint. He hammers that ball directly between the two goalposts, picks up the point, and gives his team a nice 5-goal cushion here in the fourth chukker. Play with about 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go, picking up his 6th goal of the game. Beautiful, beautiful play right there, all the way around. The whole Maltese Falcon team doing a great job. All 4 of them are on the board. And we've got a quick tack timeout here, and now it looks like everything's good to go. Roldan is going to stay on the outside of the throw in here. Try to take advantage of the offensive side. He's able to get to it. But Pablo makes a play on him. Nic with an open back shot there for Alejandro, who's already got a head of steam built up right here. He takes that ball forward. Now Alejandro keeps it alive. Asrtrada cuts this one back over into the corner as Tomas comes in for the defense. Asrtrada gets there. Asrtrada sends this one across the goal mouth. It's going to be taken here by Juancito Bollini Jr. Takes this ball with him. Juancito cuts it back around. Nicely done right there. Now coming in. Pablo is there. Juancito keeps it going forward. Juancito keeps it away from his dad. We're down to 30 seconds remaining, less than 30 seconds, as Nic hits a tail shot there. Where it'll be Alejandro not connecting the way he wants, and Spinacci gets to it. Oh, Spinacci fakes the back shot, turns the ball, and then hits it down the left-hand side. Picked off again by Nic. The stick. Will he fire at the goal from there? He's trying to anyway. Roldan hits the shot at the goal. Good place to leave that ball down there in the red zone. That'll end chukker number 4. So we'll be back for the final 15 minutes of regulation time after this quick break right here on the USPA Polo Network, as I said before, in partnership with CTV Sports.
I think I started to know that I wanted to play polo when I started galloping.
You're galloping full speed down a field, trying to hit a ball.
You can't think of anything else but just running down that field and seeing the green go past you and the sky and the wind against your face.
Really gets your heart rate up and you're like, wow, this is incredible.
You're flying. It feels like you're flying. It's amazing.
It feels like there's this moment of peace under you, and it just feels like everything's right and that everything is going to go well.
It's amazing what these animals can do.
There's nothing that compares.
There's nothing like it.
As I stuck with it, got a little bit better, started to get a feel for it, I really fell in love with it. A lot of people will call it polo fever. I hope to see you guys out there.
Okay, welcome back, everyone, to the second semifinal of the 2023 edition of the North American Cup here at the Grand Champions Polo Club on the USPA Polo Network in partnership with CTV Sports. Maltese Falcons in the lead over Grand Champions right now with a 5-goal cushion here. Of those 5 goals, Maltese Falcons also got a 2-goal handicap, and we've got Roldan, high scorer so far today, with a total of 6 goals to his credit, all of which come from the field. Plus 1 from Melissa, 1 from Juan Bollini Sr., and 2 from Novillo Asrtrada, and the 2 on handicap account for all their goals. And then on the flip side of that, we've got Tomacho Pieres with 1 goal. Juancito Bollini Jr. with 1 goal from the penalty number 3. The only goal shot penalty that we've seen so far today. And then Pablo Dorignac with 5 goals to his credit, all of which come from the field. And that brings us here to chucker number 5. Juan. We're going to have a throw-in down there in Maltese Falcon territory, inside the red zone, probably, I'd say that's 9 3/4 yards to the goal. All right, ball's in play. Going to be stopped right there. Now, Juancito gets into a bit of a sword fight there with Alejandro. It's going to be Spinacci to take this one with him. He catches a pick there from Tomacho Pieres. And then Spinacci winds up and hits a little pass back up here to Tomas. Tomas lets that horse stretch out a bit here. He hits this one off to the left where he's looking for an offensive player coming in. It's going to be Juancito and Roldan riding hard to get there. Here comes Juancito. He's going to go ahead and hit it one time back up there for Pablo Dorignac. Dorignac looking for the whistle, but it's going to be taken here by Bollini Sr. And then another back shot there from Alejandro to set up Roldan. Roldan going to go for it one time from midfield. Nope. He's going to tap it once and then shoot. Nope. Still, he's tricking me a couple times here. He's going to try to run this one the whole way. Roldan takes it back across to the right, running out of real estate there. Roldan on the near side, drags it forward. Can he keep it alive right here? It's going to be a little back shot there from Pablo, and then Tomas will jump on that ball. Looks like Spinacci was thinking about something there, and then the ball got dropped left for him there. He's like, okay, I'll just keep on playing. Now, Roldan knocks it down, keeps it away from Pablo Dorignac. Nic with that ball back to the, oh, he almost gave that one to Dorignac, but here comes Bollini Sr. Bollini gives a little shovel pass up here to Alejandro, who winds up, fires the next shot back from right to left. What a shot. Overcuts it, though. Ball still on the field as Tomas comes in to take it with him across the field. Tomas chips that ball back across. He's going to leave it there. Oh, looks like Melissa will come up with the play. Now Roldan jumps on it. Nic looking to run this ball back through the traffic right here. Roldan is in the red zone. Nic Roldan, he's there. Can he get it done? He's going to hit a little back shot and just barely send it on through. Roldan picks up his 7th goal of the game. Lets it go and then gives it a little, nicely done there. Okay. Once again, both teams back to the center for a throw-in here, as it's going to be Grand Champions with the offensive side of the throw-in. They've yet to score here in the 5th, but it's only been 2.5 minutes so far. Let's see what they get done here. Juancito will take this ball with him. Juancito Bollini takes it forward. He's going to go ahead and slap that ball forward for Spinacci. Spinacci's going to shoot one time at the goal. Doesn't connect the way he wants. Dorniac's there to back him up. Pablo, one time back towards the goal. Roldan didn't see it. Now he does. Nic with a tail shot there for Alejandro, who was already anticipating that shot. But it's going to be taken here by Juancito. Juancito takes this one around the long way to ultimately turn the ball back around to come back to that goal. He looks up to see where he's at. Hits a pass down the left for Pablo Dorignac. Dorignac, he's been shooting from distance today, and it's been paying off for him quite a bit. He lobs this one back towards the goal, but Roldan is there to take it with him. Nic, oh, doesn't connect, but Juan is there to back him up. Now, Bollini going to go ahead. He doesn't connect either. This time he does, and it's going to be Dorignac to come up with the ball. Pablo decides, he faked Nic out. Nic thought he was going to hit the back shot. Dorignac turns that ball and turns it back to the inside of Nic. Now he taps it again. Watch out, because Nic will get you. He's going to leave it here for Juancito. Smart play there by Pablo Dorignac. Juancito shot right there, and Alejandro will take control of the play. Hits an open back shot across the goal mouth, looking for Roldan, but here comes Spinacci for the defense. Defense. Now, Roldan near side, back to the offside. Nic takes off running right here. Nic looks good as he continues to push this ball down. He's going to drop it back to Alejandro. Nicely done right there. Instead of taking it on the near side, he'll leave it for Alejandro, who has an offside shot, who pounds it back up. looking for offensive players coming in. Tomas will get there. Tomas turns the ball back around. We're at the halfway point here. Turns that ball back to the inside of Roldan. Hits a pass up there for Juancito. Comes off the horse, and Alejandro will come up with the ball. Hits a tail shot back there for Roldan, who waits for that ball. Roldan gets into a sword fight with Tomas. Now it's going to be Juancito to break up the play. Roldan swarmed by 4 Grand Champions players, but here comes Juancito to break away with that ball. Takes it off to the left. Doesn't connect. And now Pablo Dorignac jumps back on it, takes off running again. Dorignac takes a shot back towards the goal. Juan comes in. Can he get there? He's got the man beat. He'll go ahead and go with a tail shot there. Sending it back. Juancito gets to it. Juancito with a back shot of his own. And it's going to be a goal right there, but did we get a whistle? What a shot by Juancito. I don't know. Let's see what they decide to do. I believe they're going to, at least judging by the goal by the goal judge there, they're going to say it's good. Okay, so it is going to be a foul. Thank you. Okay, I just got an update there. It is a foul on the play, which makes sense. You know, Juan took a chance there, though. I have to say, Juan, he did have to look up for sure, but he didn't swing at the ball, which if that, you know, if the umpires don't blow the whistle there, that's a goal. So interesting play there. Paid off for Juan very nicely there. Now he'll get a free hit from the spot there. We'll see what the Falcons are going to do. That's a great name for a polo team, the Maltese Falcons. Very cool. They've got the Maltese cross on their jerseys. Something else that's really neat. So we've got our courtesy change taking place right now as well. Dorignac taking his time to go get on a fresh horse. Pablo also runs the Hope Sound Polo Club. Plays out there. Pablo, brother of Michel Dorignac. Another great polo family. Great guy, Pablo. Super nice guy. Bend over backwards, give you the shirt off his back. Just real salt of the earth kind of guy. Nick, praising the Lord right here. Look at that. Love to see the smiles on their faces out there. Everybody having fun. That's great. That's what polo's all about. That's what it should be about. We had father against son this morning with Grant and Mark Ganzi. We have father against son here in this game with Bollini, Juan Bollini Jr. and Sr. playing against each other here in this game. Something I've said about polo forever is that first and foremost, polo is a family sport. It's passed down from father to son, mother to daughter, aunts, uncles, all that good stuff, but it's all about family. Oh, Nick lets that one get away from there. Pablo looks for the whistle. He found it too. Well done, Dorignac. What a play. Nic Roldan wasn't concentrating on the ball on this tap over here. He's looking downfield where he's going to put it, and when he doesn't concentrate on that ball, he gets caught right there. Great play by Dorignac to drop that, to pick up the whistle, and it's going to be a penalty number 3. Open goal penalty here. Wow, what a play by Dorignac. So, talking about, you know, family and polo, as I said before, this is a very special tournament to me too, because my grandfather, my father, and I, all 3 won this tournament at least once. I won it 5 times. My grandfather won it once. My dad maybe 3 times over the years. But here we go. Juancito looking for his second penalty number 3 of the day. Juancito from the 40-yard line. The last time he took a three, almost took the umpire's head off. This time, he hits it right down the middle, not endangering anybody's head. Pounds it on through, picks up the point, and brings his team one step closer. So that will be Juancito's second goal. Both of which come from that penalty three line. Pretty clean game we've seen so far here today. We had a lot of fouls in the first game, and not too many in this one so far. We're under the 2-minute mark here in the fifth chukker of play. Melissa gets back to the throw-in. Ball's put back in. Gonna be Dorignac looking to fight, and Alejandro comes out of there with that ball. Alejandro. Asrtrada hits a neck shot to Roldan down the left. Tomas tries to get there. Roldan takes it away, keeps it away from Tomacho Pieres. Now Roldan out of the air, keeps the ball moving forward now with a little kiss right here. Roldan has no trouble sending it on through, getting that unlucky 13 off the board, and now making the score 14-8, and that's going to be Nic's 8th goal of the game. All of Nic's goals come from the field. Look at this. He makes it look so easy, too. Nic right there gives it that little flip. Back to the right, picks up the point. As I said before, you know, Tomacho Pieres, he's been 6 goals for at least 20 years now. Now it's going to be Alejandro to win this play right here. Tries to anyway. Finally gets it under control. Hits a neck shot. Doesn't connect the way he wants. That's going to be Pablo Dorignac to pick up the ball and try to make him pay for this broken play right here. He sends that one back over there looking for Tomas to put it through. Tomacho Pieres with a near side tail shot. Doesn't connect the way he wants, and it's taken by Alejandro again out of the danger zone. Alejandro with that shot keeps it alive, moves it back towards the boards. Now gets the ball under control. Will use those boards to give himself a little pass right here. We're down to under 30 seconds left to go here in the 5th chukker of play. Can he get one more before the end of the chukker? Hits a pass up there for nobody. He'll go ahead and take it himself right here. He'll slap that ball back up there looking for Juan Bollini Sr. Bollini looking for his 2nd of the day. His son is there to put the pressure on. Bollini's shot will stay on the field right here, and we're going to run out of time pretty quick. That'll do it. So that'll end chukker number 5. We'll be back after this quick break for our final chukker of regulation time here on the USPA Polo Network in partnership with CTV Sports.
Colorado. Look at this place. Looks so beautiful here at Rio Grande Park. As the sun sets in Aspen, Colorado, one of the most beautiful backdrops in the world. Thank Thank you for making us the leaders in polo broadcasting. And when you see a day like this on the snow in Aspen, Colorado, you know why we say Trucker TV, we love the polo.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second semifinal of the North American Cup here on the USPA Polo Network in partnership with CTV Sports, coming to you live from the Grand Champions Polo Club here in Wellington, Florida. We've got the Maltese Falcons taking on Grand Champions. Horton Schwartz, Hector Galindo are our mounted officials. Dale Schwetz, the third man. Maltese Falcons lining up with Melissa Ganzi, Nic Roldan, Alejandro, Asrtrada, and Juan Bollini. Going up against Grand Champions, Tomacho Pieres, Pablo Spinacci, Pablo Dorignac, and Juancito Bollini. I'm Toby Wayman, and we are getting ready for the final chuck of regulation. We've got a 14-8 score on the board right now. 8 of those 14 goals come off the mallet of Nic Roldan. Nick the Stick, showing off that incredible offensive prowess that he has as he's able to pick up a bunch of points there. We got 1 from Melissa, 2 from Asrtrada, and then 1 from Bollini, plus 2 on handicap, account for their 14 goals. Then on the flip side of that coin, we've got 1 from Pieres, 2 from Bollini, both of which come from the penalty 3 line, and then the other 5 are off the mallet of Dorignac. Dorignac has scored at least 1 goal every chucker until the 5th was the first chucker he went scoreless. Now Roldan, after this throw-in, hits a ball back over towards the north end of the field. Here's a little back shot across the goal mouth. A dangerous play here, but it looks like it's going to work out very nicely for Grand Champions. Roldan comes in. Dorignac keeps it alive. Dorignac keeps it to himself right here. He's got Spinacci behind him. He's going to hit it down the right-hand side. Roldan picks up that right away. Nick with a tail shot. Going to be picked off again by Pablo Dorignac. Dorignac takes the ball with him, cuts it back around to the left-hand side of the field. Doesn't connect the way he wants. Alejandro is there to back up, to take the play. Keeps it away from Dorignac. Now Alejandro will go ahead and hit the open back shot there for Roldan. What a shot by Alejandro. Beautifully done. I really love watching Roldan and Alejandro play together. You can tell these guys have been playing together quite a bit. They know each other very well. They get some great plays made, just like this right here. Another give and go. But it looks like that one got away from Nick. It goes over the boards. So we'll have our first possession play of the day, and it's going to go in favor of Grand Champions. 6:10 left to go. Here comes Pablo Dorignac. He's been everywhere today for this Grand Champions team. He's been playing back, bringing the ball in, but then he's playing, it feels like, number 2 most of the day, kind of going everywhere the ball is. He's been on offense quite a bit. Here comes Spinacci, gets that ball stolen away by Alejandro. Alejandro, open back shot there, looking for Juan Sr. Coming in, taken again by Dorignac. Dorignac looking to make Maltese Falcons pay for that broken play right there, and he will get it done. Beautifully done right there by Dorignac, picking up his 6th goal of the day. Que jugador, Pablo Dorignac, taking full advantage of that broken back shot there from Alejandro. He'll just give it one more little ride and send it on through. Six goals on the day for Dorignac. Just 2 behind Nick. Roldan and the Maltese Falcons have the offensive side of the throw-in. If it goes through to the back end, watch for Nick to pick up the ball on the offside and take advantage of the offensive side, but it'll be taken here by Juan Bollini. He's going to not connect, and here comes Dorignac. He gets challenged by Roldan. Picked up now by Alejandro. Now going to be Juancito Bollini. Juancito got control of that ball. Juancito likes what he sees. He hits this one back towards the goal. His dad comes in to challenge. Juancito was thinking about trying to make a hook on his dad. Couldn't do so. Now it's going to be Dorignac here to try to finish this one off. Can he get back to it? Not this time. Spinacci's there to back him up. Spinacci takes a shot along the... Well, let's see. Did he get it? Looks like... Yep, there is no question right there. Chase says it is good, and she has been flagging for many years. She knows her job, does it well, and she's not intimidated by those players saying, no, it was wide. No, she knows it was good. And, yep, that's a goal. Good shot, Spinacci. And with that shot there by Pablo Spinacci, we now have all 8 players on the scoreboard. And once again, Grand Champions is continuing to chase the rainbow here. Not giving up, sticking around. Roldan wins the throw-in. Hits this one off to the right where he's looking for Alejandro. Coming in, it's going to be Tomas there for the defense. Excuse me. With a tail shot back there for Spinacci, who tries to get back to it, but Roldan will jump on it here. He takes the man. Now takes the ball near side. Roldan. Open back shot. Doesn't connect. Next one there is Dorignac. Pablo does a great, tough break there. Pablo knew as soon as he touched that ball that he hit it too hard, and Roldan was able to take it away from him. And Roldan, did we get a goal here? Let's see. What do we got? No, we got a penalty. We do have a penalty on the play. Did Pablo hit it too hard? Let's see what we can see from our replay here. Okay, Dorignac right here. That's what they're going to call right there, Roldan. Interesting. I didn't think the Spinacci got his horse to jump out for him right there. Okay. Roldan getting mounted back up, coming back out for the final 3:21 left to go here. A 4-goal ball game. It can still be done here. Grand champions can pull it off, but they're going to have to score right now on this next play, and they're going to have to get a little help from the umpires. They're going to have to get that clock stopped a couple times, maybe some help. But it can be done, absolutely. So let's see what but they have to score on this drive right here. Here comes Pablo. Dorignac sends that ball forward right over there for Juancito, who's got the man. Juancito checks up, but it's going to be Alejandro to come up with the play. Burning up valuable time. Here comes Roldan on the near side. Doesn't connect the way he wants. He's hooked on the play by Spinacci. Now it's going to be Juancito, and then Spinacci doesn't connect on his hook, and there goes Alejandro to take off the other direction. Tomas is there to keep the pressure on. Tomas puts a little ride off there onto Alejandro, and Tomacho Pieres will take it with him across the field. Tomas looking for a place to put this ball. Takes it on the bounce out of the air. Excuse me. Doesn't connect the way he wants, and it'll be taken again here by Alejandro, where Nic is breaking for the pass down the boards. Comes up a little short, though. Roldan comes back. He meets that ball. Man, Roldan, I tell you what. The guy is impressive. He reads the game so well. Here comes Juancito to slam that ball back towards the goal. Nic comes in to take it with him. Roldan jumps on that loose ball. But we get a whistle. Okay. Penalty goes in favor here of Grand Champions. Yeah, pretty easy call there for the umpires. From that angle, anyway. Great drone work, as always, from Austin. Sarmiento, he's a fantastic drone pilot, one of the best, I'd say for sure. Self-taught completely. Open goal penalty number 2 is awarded here to GCPC, otherwise known as Grand Champions. Juancito rides up. Oh my goodness, Juancito jerked the trigger. You got to squeeze that trigger. Juancito. And that's going to be a costly mistake there. Now his dad is going to bring the ball back into play. Juancito, or Juan Sr., Juancito, Juan Sr. Now picked up by Roldan, takes it back to the right. Roldan winds up, lets that one get away from him, and now it's going to be taken by Tomacho Pieres. Tomas turns that ball back around to the inside of those defenders. He's going to hit a short pass here to Spinacci. Spinacci waits for the ball to catch up. He's going to go ahead and deliver the pass back down the field there, looking for Juancito, picked off by Roldan. Roldan takes a run right here. Nic working this one back around to the outside. Roldan checks up, winds up, and slams it back down the field. Drops it down in front of Alejandro, just short of Alejandro. It'll be Dorignac to turn the ball. No. Tomas gets caught. So a tough break there for Grand Champions. Dorignac went to turn that ball, didn't actually connect with the ball, and then when Tomas went to it, by that point, the Maltese Falcon player had established himself on the right of way, and that would be Nic. So we'll get a whistle on the play, and now we'll get our first goal shot penalty of the day awarded to the Maltese Falcons by way of a number 2. Yes, it does appear to be a penalty number 2, because Roldan was going to be was alone on that play. All right, if you're curious, the Argentine Open going on right now. You've got La H taking on Cria La Delfina. The score's 15-8. La H in the lead with about 2 minutes left to go on the 7th chukker over Cria La Delfina. But here we go to continue this, the second semifinal. Here's Roldan to walk up to this open goal. Penalty number 2. Nic, along the ground, sends it on through, picks up the point, and now makes the score 15-10, and that is going to be Nic's 9th goal of the game. Nic has scored at least 1 goal in every chukker of the game so far, plus 3 in the first chukker. Wow. Yeah, so he scored 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, now 1 in the sixth for his 9 goals. Umpire puts the ball back into play. Under a minute left to go. Tomas looking for 1 more goal before the end of this game. Tomas out in front, takes the ball on the bounce, out of the air, looking good. Final play of the game right there. Tomacho Pieres, ay, ay, ay. Will it go? No, it's going to be over the back line wide. So we play out the last 30 seconds no matter what, but for all intents and purposes, this game is over. And it does appear as though we're going to have the Maltese Falcons going to the finals, and it looks like Grand Champions is going to go ahead and concede victory here to the Falcons, the Maltese Falcons. So the finals of the 2023 North American Cup is set in stone now. It will be played on Wednesday at 3 p.m. We were going to see Audi take on the Maltese Falcons, so congratulations to both our winning teams here today. Here's your final stats of the game, 15-10. Look at that, 15 and 12 shots. Not very many knock-ins. Yeah, what, 2 apiece? Beautiful. All right, so for the whole USPA Polo Network and the CTV Sports team, I'm Toby Wayman. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you on Wednesday at 3 p.m. for the finals of the 2023 North American Cup.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to CTV Sports. We're live here at Santa Rita Polo Farm, Grand Champions Polo Club. This is the Just for the Fun of It Cup. We play these on Saturdays. This is part of the Polo School Saturday League. And looks like we have everyone lined up out there, just about everyone. There we go. So we're going to go through a quick player introduction here real quick. We're going to start things off. We're going to go left to right here. So we're going to start with the Grand Champions Polo Club in the black jerseys. Let's see. Lining up at number 1, we've got Haley Schoffeld. Go on, make a circle, Haley. Haley is one of our great polo school patrons. And now, next up, let's see. We got Santos Bellini, Sugar Erskine, and this one's a special one. We got Gaston Dorignac. He traded in his stripes for a jersey with a number on it today. So Gaston Dorignac, we're used to seeing him in the stripes, but today he gets to play. Next up on the WPL white team, let's see. We got Meredith Lovegrove. Come on out here, Meredith. There we go. Play number 2, we got Patricio Tucu Paz. And next up we have Martin Jauregui. And then rounding out that lineup, we got Johnny Castillo. And then, of course, we have Gaston in the Grand Champions team. So we got Dale Schwetz out there playing a little musical chairs here today. Gaston's on a team. Dale's in the saddle with the stripes, and I'm on the mic. My name's Cale Newman, in case you were wondering.